Oh, my finger. Hey y'all, it's Miss Ponte. Hey Brownie. Hey y'all. Hey, today we're going to do area of a circle, and we're going to go back and do a little bit of circumference of a circle. So open your workbook to page 106. All right, we're going to start with, okay. Page 106, number 4A. Okay. Make sure you're on, okay. A circle has a radius of 2 centimeters. Find the exact area of the circular region. Now, you're not going to like it because it doesn't have a drawing, and you're used to it having a drawing. So, you're not going to have time on the FSA to draw all the time, so don't draw this one. First, I want you to write the formula for the area of a circle. Area equals pi r squared. Now, don't get it mixed up with the circumference of a circle. Those are the ones you use for circumference. Okay? So, you got to clear your mind today. We're having a new one. Remember, we barely touched on this yesterday. So, the area of a circle is pi r squared. So, in this problem, you're going to fill in the information you know. It says, find the exact area. So, that means you don't know the A. That's what you're finding. Does it tell you what the radius is? Yes, the radius is a 2. It tells you. So you're going to fill in the information you know. So go to the next row. A equals pi. Instead of an R on the next row, instead of an R, you put a 2. Vanessa?
Yeah?
Will you come let Brownie out?
Mom, you're so close.
I'm doing my video. Okay, next row. Okay, I ran out of room over here, so I'm going to come over here and finish it. So I'm going to write it over. A equals pi. Now, 2 squared. So if you have 2 with a 2 in the air, that's 2 squared, or 2 to the second power. That means 2 times 2, which would be 4. So they never did tell you what to substitute for pi. So that whenever they don't tell you, they're wanting you to do the exact area, or in other words, they're saying leave your answer in terms of pi. You have to actually push him out there, Vanessa, because his leg won't work. So whenever it says leave your answer in terms of pi or find the exact area, that means you're not going to fill in anything for pi. You're going to leave it that symbol. Okay, next row. You would be done, except they like for you to put the number first and then the symbol pi last. Don't ask me why, but that's the way you need to have your answer. A equals pi. 4 is right, but they would prefer you putting the coefficient first and then the symbol for pi. Okay? So you're through with that problem. It says find the exact area. That's the exact area. The area of the circle is 4 pi. If they would have wanted you to use 3.14, they would have told you. If they would have wanted you to use 22 over 7 instead of 3.14, they would have told you. So you're done. Okay, next problem. Find the approximate area using 3.14 to approximate pi. So what they're saying is 3.14 isn't the real answer for pi. Pi goes on and on and on and on. It's a very... You couldn't write all the numbers in your calculator, so you stop at 3.14. So let's write the formula. The formula to find the area of a circle. Now we got to say, what information are they giving us? Find the approximate area using 3.14 to approximate pi. Now, this is still the same problem. It's just for B. So you got to realize, you go back up there, you're still using the radius as a 2. So we do know some information. Let's go ahead and put the A equals. Now it says instead of pi, they want you to substitute 3.14 instead of the symbol. So you're not going to keep the symbol this time. This time they want just an approximate answer. So you can use that shortened 3.14. 3.14. So right underneath pi, instead of the symbol pi, I'm putting 3.14. Now the R is a 2. Now we don't want people to think that's 3.142. That's why we put parentheses to say this is by itself and the 2 squared is by itself. Okay? We don't want them to think it's one big long number. And remember, the pi and the R are squished together, which means multiply. So next row. You got to figure out what 2 squared is, which we figured out a minute ago. It's 4. So you're going to do 3.14 times 4. So let's look over here on my notebook paper. 3.14. Oh, where am I at? Oh, 3.14 times 4. And make sure you got that for your answer. Okay. Now we're moving on. Number 5A says, a circle has a radius of 7 centimeters. Find the exact area of the circular region. So let's write the formula. A equals pi r squared. What information have they told us? Let's start out with the easy information first. A circle has a radius of 7. So, yeah, a radius of 7. So instead of r, you're going to put a 7 where the r is. So next row. Pi 7 instead of r. Now, they didn't tell us anything about using 3.14. They didn't say anything about using 22 over 7. So, they said find the exact area. That means sometimes they'll word it, leave it in terms of pi. So, let's go to the next row. A equals, they said the exact area. So, they don't want you to approximate with 3.14 or 22 over 7. Those are approximations. So you're going to leave the pi, a pi symbol. 7 with a 2 in the air. 7 squared. 7 to the second power. That means in your calculator, how many times do you write the 7? You write the 7 2 times and put a multiply in between it. It does not mean 7 times 2. You write the 7 2 times and put a multiply sign between it. You can use a dot if you want to. I like the dot better. So let's come down below 7 squared and put a 49. Now we're not done because remember what we said about your final answer? What did we say about the final answer? They would prefer that you write the coefficient first, the numeral first, and then the pi symbol. Okay? That's your final answer. Let's look up and see. Find the exact area of the circular region. We do need our units. Sorry about that. Okay, everybody good? Now go to page 107, 5B. 107, 5B. We're going to go a little bit faster. Okay, you should already be warmed up. Find the approximate area using 22 over 7. So let's write the formula. A equals pi r squared. Next row. Do they tell you what to put for pi? Yes. They say, we don't want pi. We want you to approximate what pi is with 22 over 7. Sometimes they're going to use the other one, 3.14. This time they want 22 over 7. My R in this problem is still the same as it was a minute ago because we're still on number 5. We're still on number 5. So you're still using the same numbers. So the R is, the radius is a 7. I'm running out of room, so I'm going to come up here. A equals 22 over 7, which was my pi. And now I have 49. This is what you guys don't like, multiplying fractions. So somebody who thinks they know what they're doing, how do I make 49 a fraction? If you don't know this, you need a 0. Just joking. Well, you kind of do, but put a 1 under it. Now you can multiply a fraction by a whole number by making the whole number a fraction. Now you can multiply fractions. Remember how I always say, multiply across the top, multiply across the bottom. Okay? Now, if you know how to cancel out numbers that go into each other, you can, but I don't have time to be teaching you all that stuff, so I'm going to pretend you don't know. If you do know, you would mark out the 7 and put a 1, the 49 and put a 7. But well, I don't have time to be teaching all that. So get your calculator, type in 22 times 49, multiply across the top, 22 times 49. Write down your answer. Now, multiply across the bottom. That's the easy one, 7 times 1. Okay, we're not done because, go to your next row, that's 1,078 divided by 7. So do it in your calculator. 1,078 divided by 7. Do it in your calculator. Write your answer down. Okay. We're going to start going a little bit faster, okay? Now they're trying to confuse you. They're switching back